Are symmetrical pawn structures easier to play? Have you ever wondered if symmetrical pawn structures in chess make the game simpler? Let's break this down together. Symmetrical pawn structures occur when both players have similar pawn formations, often mirroring each other across a central line. At first glance, this symmetry might seem to make the game easier since both sides have comparable strategic and tactical chances. However, the reality is a bit more complex. Symmetrical structures can reduce the overall difficulty of a position. This is particularly helpful for beginners who can focus on developing their pieces without worrying about unique weaknesses in their pawn structure. Yet, for more experienced players, even small differences in piece placement can lead to significant advantages. For instance, if the pawns are arranged symmetrically, one player might have a better developed piece or control over key squares. This shift in focus from managing complex pawn structures to optimizing piece placement can make the game more challenging. So while symmetrical structures might simplify some aspects, they still requiring a solid understanding of how pieces interact and strategic planning. When it comes to chess puzzles, symmetrical pawn structures can sometimes make puzzles feel more approachable. They often limit the number of variables related to pawn weaknesses, making it easier to concentrate on the puzzle's core challenge. However, these puzzles frequently emphasize exploiting small imbalances in piece placement or timing, which can still be quite tricky. It is essential for players to remember that symmetrical pawn structures do not automatically lead to easier games. Instead, players should focus on how small differences in piece placement and strategic decisions can affect the outcome. This understanding requires a good grasp of general chess principles and the ability to analyze positions carefully, even when the pawn structure looks straightforward. In summary, while symmetrical pawn structures can simplify some elements of the game, they also present unique challenges that requiring careful consideration and strategic thinking. So, the next time you find yourself in a symmetrical position, remember to pay attention to those small details that can make all the difference.